First of all, before we get going with this video, I'd like to say, fear the beard, and that's for you, honey. So decided to grow a little scruff, fit in with the character of doing some interviews down there on Market Street and around Reading. So far it's helped out. Want to talk to you guys about this next video you're going to see. It's pretty crazy. One of the craziest things that I've ever been involved in. Well, I shouldn't say one of the craziest. It's probably in the top 20. So this particular interview that you guys are going to see, I kind of cut it short in the middle of getting some good info. And the reason is I started getting quite a bit of people that showed up and were walking around and watching, and I wasn't feeling very comfortable with my surroundings. So again, kind of what I'm preaching at is being aware of your surroundings, know when to call it good. I folded at this point, shut the camera off, and then the weird thing happens. I hear a car come zooming by and someone yells, "Merry Christmas." And I look over in time to see a baggie come flying out the window. I walk up to the baggie, and what do I see? A bag full of weed. Not this weed. These are actual weeds that my boys picked out of the yard. It's just a demonstration, but so some guy drove up, threw a gallon-sized bag of marijuana out the window, and then the melee was on. I could tell by looking at it, it was shake. It wasn't obviously anything worth a whole lot of money. But the gentleman I was with sure appreciated it, and the melee ensued. And I took that as my opportunity to get out of there. Now, if I had my thinking hat on, it would have been the time to turn the camera on and get everybody running over this gallon-sized bag of marijuana. But I got out of there and counted my blessings. Good interview. He gives some good insight as to keeping your home safe. And at the end of the interview, I have something I want to show you guys. One of the main points that he talked about. I think that could help keep your home safe. So enjoy the video, and we'll see you at the end of it. What I'm trying to do is bring awareness to crimes and things that are going on in Shasta County. Mm-hmm. Have you, back in the day when you were younger, were you ever involved in any, criminal activity, crimes, things?
Yes.
Okay. Uh-huh. What have you ever done any burglaries or any crimes?
Yeah, I've done some. Not really burglaries in the houses or anything like that.
But like car burgs?
No, just kind of like stealing stuff out of stores and stuff like that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What kind of advice would you give or could you give to people that they could protect themselves and make sure that they don't fall victim to crimes?
Well, I would just say that we're on the streets. Mm-hmm. So if we don't have anything, we're going to go ahead and want to get it.
Okay.
Okay. And so if we don't have the means to have it, what we need, we're going to go ahead and go get it.
What about people that you've known? Do you think a burglary alarm or some type of a camera would deter someone from committing a crime?
Well, I think so, because look at my brother. I have a twin brother, mm-hmm. and then he has a nice burglary system in his mm-hmm. house, and that would definitely deter anybody coming in. Yeah, and you have those, the outside lights that pop on. Mm-hmm. So if somebody's looking to steal something from you, those lights pop on, and that's going to deter them.
Okay.
Do you think so?
I would hope so. Yeah. What are your thoughts on concealed firearms here in Shasta County? I mean, there's a lot of people that carry concealed firearms. Do you think that people are afraid that, if they tried to...
I think they should carry them, because I've had my mom and my stepdad, and they're elderly, and and they've had these idiots around here. There's a bunch of tweakers around here.
Have you ever gone to prison or jail?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, what'd you go to prison for?
I took the cops on a high-speed chase on my motorcycle.
Did you win?
No.
No? They ended up getting you, huh?
Yeah.
Please tell me it wasn't a canine.
No, it wasn't a canine. I was on a high-speed chase on a motorcycle.
Okay.
Okay, so I took them on a good run.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Did you end up crashing? Is that how? Or?
No, they tried to bump into me a few times. I got them up on Clear Creek, and they finally, hit me a couple times. And they were telling me to pull over, and obviously this CHP car was faster than me. So he was bumping into me. He's telling me to pull over. It sounded like Charlie Brown on the speaker. And he's all, "Hey, pull it over. And I finally did, because he was going to, actually going to knock me on my ass.
Why were you running?
because I think I drank a whole bottle of rum, and I had a 12-pack of beer in me.
So you're worried about like a DUI?
I had a half a pound of weed on me.
Oh.
And that was before when we had our stuff on us. And so yeah, that was it.
Okay. What? Where did you do? Was it local time or did you actually go to prison?
I did a whole year in Shasta County Jail.
Okay.
And in and out, violations. And then I went to High Desert State Prison a bunch of times.
Okay.
So I graduated and then
good for you.
And I'm not even doing nothing wrong anymore.
Can I ask you, back in the day, were you involved in any violent crimes, any fights, any assaults?
Yeah, I got in fights.
You got in fights? Mm-hmm. What do you think was the main reason for the fights? Was it drug induced, alcohol induced?
I wanted to make sure nobody's stealing my stuff. Yeah, I knocked the first dude out and fucking fought the other dudes until the cops came and tasered me and took me to jail.
They tasered you?
Mm-hmm.
How effective was the taser?
I don't remember because it knocked me out.
Really? Okay. All right, peeps. Well, I hope you liked that video. Again, there was some interesting information that came through, but I want to focus on one main point that he talked about. And that point is when we start talking about the burglar alarms, he focused on something that wasn't a burglar alarm. It was a motion detector light. And throughout the course of my career, I found those to be very, very helpful in protecting your home. Most burglars and people I've interviewed obviously don't want to be seen. They look for shadows and trees and shade. That way they can hide from not only people looking at them, but video cameras and surveillance cameras. So I'm one of those guys that pays to get the oil change, and when it comes to changing light fixtures, I change a light bulb. So what I did is a little research, and I found a pretty user-friendly for myself and others like me motion detector light. This is an LED wireless motion detector light. You can put it anywhere on your property. You can put it in the shed, on a tree, by the garage. It's battery operated, so you don't have to mess with wires and shutting power off and breakers and all that fun stuff. You can put it anywhere you want. Retails at about $30. You can get this at any hardware store. I picked this up here at the Ace Hardware for $30. You know, if you got one of these one every couple months and started putting them around, you'd definitely be able to shed some light on the crime issues here in Shasta County, and more importantly, a big deterrent. As you heard in the interview, you know, when these motion lights come on, bad guy sees it and they go, and they're going to go to your neighbor's house who doesn't have one of these lights or some other alternative to keep their house safe, and eventually move in and cause problems there. So. D batteries, fairly inexpensive. Again, just trying to help educate the public and think of some alternatives to keeping us safe. So, hope you enjoyed the video. There's lots more to come. I have some great interviews coming up. Also have some great training videos, an evening night shoot that we did. So you can check into our blog, guardianawareness.com. Email me, call me if you have any questions, suggestions, thoughts. I'd love to hear it. Thanks.